Good morning, planet Earth. It is 5 a.m. and I'm still awake. Um, last 2 days/nights have been a bit crazy. I'm kind of very tired right now. So let me kind of update with what's happened here. So Friday, I had a 18440 exam. This is probability and random variables. And this was at 10 a.m. So I figured I'd do the same thing I did for the first exam, which is basically the night before, go through the practice exams, make sure I can do all the problems, make sure I remember all the concepts, even the ones we covered a while ago, and familiarize myself with what he's looking for when he asks for certain things. So I was like, yeah, and I did fine on the first exam, so I figured this would work again. So we go through the exams and realize that half or more of the problems on the exams were on content that we had not done problems on. Like, none of the homework had problems on at least half the content that was on the exam. So, never seen this before. So I studied and tried to teach myself this new material until 3 in the morning, when I went to sleep until 7, so I had 4 hours, and then I got up, studied more, and went to the exam at 10. And then I came back and went to sleep for another 3 or so hours before getting up to continue my next thing, which I'll mention in a minute. The exam actually went surprisingly well. The average was a 65, and my score was a 73.5, which is above average, and according to the email he sent out, is an A. So yay, got an A. So I feel pretty good about the class. But, anyways, I came back, right, went to sleep, woke up, and then it was time to start preparing for for Splash, which is today, Saturday, and Sunday. So I went to Shaw's first to get some stuff for Jay and Tree's Thanksgiving dinner, which is on Sunday, and it's great because there's going to be lots of delicious food there. So I started preparing my classes. I figured I would just briefly look over them because I already have them all written out, what I'm going to be doing and everything. I figured I'd look over it, refresh my memory, make minor tweaks if necessary. And then I looked at the class I'm doing called the Physics of Waves and realized that all of the math in the course, or the class, is calculus. And this is a problem because the students in this class are going to be high school students, 9 through 12, and for some reason this year, when you created your class online, there was no text box for prerequisites. So I did not get to tell people who are going to sign up for this class that this class requires calculus. As a result, I didn't want to send an email out to them and be like, hey guys, so I know you signed up for this class, but if you don't have calculus, you just won't understand anything. So instead what I did was created a new Physics of Waves class from scratch that does not use calculus. And I think it's a pretty cool class. I think it's in some ways it's even cooler than the calculus heavy version. But as a result, I'm really tired because it's 5. So I worked on that class, and then I got carried away. I concede that point. I got carried away and started tweaking my other classes. I realized I lost the lesson, I don't know what to call it, not the lesson plan, but I lost all the derivations that I use in my special relativity class. And this has actually happened, I think, every year. I always lose them. So the night before, I always have to just redo them. So I was just chilling here and we derived time dilation, length contraction, etc. I found a new derivation of E equals mc squared, so that's really cool, because the one I've been using is not very physical, it's very mathematical, but this one's much more physical and I like it a lot. So I'm looking forward to doing that tomorrow. But regardless, I tweaked stuff, I added stuff, I clarified stuff, and that took a long time. So now it's 5, I have to wake up at 10, my first class is at 12, and we have to be there a half hour early to check in, and I want to eat lunch also. So I'll be waking up at 10, which means I'm going to get a little less than 5 hours tonight. So in the last 2 nights, I've had 9 hours. Yes. Which for this year is really bad, because this year I get a very good amount of sleep. This is more like my freshman year, where I regularly just got 4 or 5 hours a night. But that's okay. It's good. So I think that's all for now, because I want to sleep. So I have been enjoying my eggnog. I'm going to throw that in there, that's important. If anyone's coming to my Splash class, say hi to me. I like talking to people, and I look forward to seeing anyone who's coming tomorrow. Bring your questions and your thinking cap, because you'll have to think. So, like my video, or like me actually on YouTube, and like me on Facebook. Comment on the video, subscribe. Oh, you can't like me. Like the video, that's what you do. You like the video, like me on Facebook, comment on the video, and subscribe to moi, so you can get all of the exciting updates about my life at MIT. That's all for tonight.